Live from New Orleans, Super Bowl 59 right here on Radio Row. Donnie Rightside here. And guess what? Justin Pugh, New York Giants, Arizona Cardinals, Syracuse Orange.
I like that.
There we go.
I like that a lot. You throw the orange in there, I get excited.
Now, let me get you excited as well. I'm a South Jersey kid. I grew up in Camden County. I live in Burlington County. You grew up in Bucks County. I know it well. It's Eagles country.
It is
Tell me about
Eagles
you growing
country.
up. Were you in Eagles country?
Big
and
Eagles fan growing up.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
First off, before we can even talk about Eagles fandom, where did you go to the shore?
Usually it was Ocean City. My parents have a place in Brigantine.
Okay. Well,
Where'd
Brigantine started Wildwood and Sea Isle City.
There you go.
I'm a Sea Isle guy.
Still now to the day, Sea Isle?
My parents and I, when I first got drafted, I bought a house in Sea Isle. That was my first purchase was Sea Isle.
Ocean Drive. Come on.
We just sold it because now I live in Arizona. I'm playing with the Cardinals, so I don't get to the shore as much, but still big Jersey Shore fan.
Now, look, Eagles fan, you go to the Giants. Mortal enemies there. Was it a little bit tough? I mean, honestly, you get the contract, you get the money. That's where you want to be. But when you got drafted to the Giants, a little smile on your face?
At first, I was like, the New York Giants, the New York effing Giants. Like, and I was saying it not in a positive way, right? I'm like, I wanted to go to the Eagles.
Yep.
And then I get to the Giants, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I'm a New York Giant through and through. I love the team. I love the Cardinals. They gave me an opportunity as well, so I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. But I love New York. The energy of New York is just like it's brought me back. I'm hopeful I'll be able to continue to stay around the team, get back up into New York City. So doing some media on my own. But, I love the New York Giants.
That's great. So you go from the Giants to Arizona, but the more important thing is here, because obviously we have a connection, since you did play with Saquon Barkley in 2023.
Yeah.
But also, before we get to Saquon Barkley, how do you come off of the couch, as you like to say, into an NFL game? Like you're ready to go. Like
I wasn't ready to go into that game. Like I told Joe Shane, like part of the deal was I get to ramp up. I'm playing left guard. I'm not playing any position but. And literally, we broke all those rules. I got a week to get ready. No real practice with pads on. I go into the game, and they're putting me at left tackle midway through the game, the first series. I say straight off the couch, then I let up 2 sacks, 2 false start penalties, so that wasn't ideal. Didn't have any time to ramp up, but it was the best thing that could have ever happened. Like I went out there and I talked to the fans. Like I love the fans. And I actually leveraged the straight off the couch to get a deal done with Joe Shane the next day.
So good, man. It's the way you do it, man. Just hard working the entire way through. But also, in that locker room was Saquon Barkley, so you mixed paths with him. What did you find out about Saquon in your time with the New York Giants?
So, like, take football away. He's one of the best human beings I've ever come across. He actually trains in Arizona as well, so I got to know him in Arizona. And I just want nothing but the best for Saquon Barkley. He's a guy that does it the right way. He's a team-first guy. He should get paid. Like, there's no reason, and I don't want to, like, there's wide receivers out there that are making double what Saquon is, and they didn't register a catch this year.
Correct.
And it's unfair the running back position has gotten beaten up a little bit. But then we're starting to see a swing. All those teams, like, we're not paying running backs, but you know who's finding value? The Ravens, the Eagles, the Packers, the Texans, signing all these guys, Mixon, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry. So it's going to start to swing back in their favor because Saquon Barkley, from a skill position, he's more valuable to the team than even the $30 million wide receiver they have. And that's no knock to A.J. Brown, just how good Saquon Barkley is.
Now, Saquon Barkley was on that quest to knock off Eric Dickerson to have the single best rushing performance in a season by a running back. Got close but sat out against your New York Giants at that point. Let me understand this from an offensive lineman position, because I know offensive linemen take pride on the running back scoring touchdowns, the yards per carry. So tell me, from if Saquon was on your team, you're an offensive lineman, you guys all meet together, how are we going to handle this? Is it pride for you?
I would have told the team we're going for it. Like, if I'm Lane Johnson, I'm like, hey, that's a record that have stood for 40 years. Now, Saquon's going to break the entire season with regular season and postseason. He's going to break Terrell Davis's record. He would have broken Eric Dickerson's record. He had 30 less rushing attempts on the season, too. And he came out of games. The first time the New York Giants played, he didn't play in the second half. So it really was something that I think he's been one of the MVPs of the league. If he was not a running back and was a quarterback, he would be. He's been an integral part of this, and I wish he would have gotten to break that record. Yeah,
it would have been interesting to see if he went that far. Now, you were a guard, and we have a couple really good defensive tackles in the Super Bowl. Chris Jones, Kansas City, and then obviously young Jalen Carter for the Philadelphia Eagles. Give me an idea of what you faced at defensive tackle and the guys that may have given you a problem.
Aaron Donald. Like, there's Aaron Donald, and there's everybody else, and I haven't seen anyone that's put the fear of God in offensive linemen.
Like, give me a piece of him. Like, when he's like his move, just too quick, too powerful, or both?
Both.
Wow.
Because he shouldn't have the power he has at his height and his get off.
Yeah.
He's innate leverage already. He's not a very tall guy. He's probably 6 foot, 6'1".
Yep.
But he's probably strongest pound for pound. He has get off like a wide receiver.
Yep.
He was a unicorn. I'm glad he retired.
Yeah.
But he retired the same year that I stopped playing. So I had to play against him every single year.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I haven't seen a defensive line put the fear of God into offensive lines on the interior side since Aaron, but now Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Played against Jalen Carter last year, had a chance to go against him, and I remember he would go off the field and Fletcher Cox would come back on, and you would be like, Fletcher Cox is going to be in the Hall of Fame, and you were actually happy that Jalen Carter was off the field, which is a crazy statement to make. But that's just how good Jalen Carter was and is going to continue to be. He is a game wrecker. He's already won a game for the Eagles in the playoffs, the Rams game.
Yep.
And I have an inkling that he's going to be a major impact in this game on Sunday.
Fantastic. So, again, being the Giants, it's hard. Now, an Eagles fan growing up, Kansas City, Philadelphia on Sunday.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, yep, exactly.
If I was an Eagles fan growing up, I was an Andy Reid fan growing
Spags
up.
was in the organization.
We just saw McNabb walking by.
Absolutely.
So I truly believe that the Chiefs are a team of destiny, and they have Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles are the best team. So my heart tells me Chiefs, but my head tells me Eagles. And I've gone against the Chiefs every year because the Niners were a better team. They had more talent on paper.
Yep.
The Eagles the year before had more talent on paper. So I'm falling for the fool's gold. I'm going to go Eagles. I don't want them to win. I want it to be the other way. I want the Chiefs to win, but I think the Eagles do win.
I like it. So we'll get to a couple quick topics here, but also the fit. Comfortable? I mean, we're living out here in New Orleans?
I'm all about comfort.
Yeah.
So a brand that I've worn throughout my entire career is Muggsy.
Yeah.
And I was coming out here without any sponsorship. I was coming out here just to talk to everybody and network, and Muggsy stepped in and was like, hey, we work with you throughout the season, your Thursday night football season. We want to work with you when you're out there. And as an offensive lineman, I was 320 pounds at one point.
No, that's why I asked you at wide receiver. Like, you look like you can get reps at wide out now.
Well, that's what I told Brandon Graham, who's a great trash talker.
Yeah.
For every pound that I've lost, Brandon Graham actually has gained. And I said the same thing to Larry Fitzgerald, too. Larry Fitz went from receiver to tight end. So I partnered with Muggsy. They have the stretchy jeans. Like, you know when you have that favorite pair of jeans?
Absolutely.
Muggsy is like your favorite pair of jeans the first time you put them on.
That's fantastic.
So I'm going Canadian tuxedo today. Full bore Muggsy. We love him. We love him.
Beautiful stuff here. Well, sitting here on Radio Row having some fun. Justin Pugh, Giants, Cardinals, Orange. I think we covered it all, man. You look great.
Out
here celebrating the Super Bowl, so thanks for stopping by.
Of course.
Appreciate it.